to the Raw Vegan Guru channel, where we are together raising health consciousness. So today I'm going to get right into it. We're going to be making a strawberry, apple, and basil salad. And then I'm going to drizzle that with some fresh lemon. Bada boom, bing, let's get into it. So strawberries, I always eat the green leaf tops. I never separate them. So it's absolutely in a relationship with each other to absorb those vital minerals, nutrients, vitamins, and of course you have your fiber action in all fruits. And fiber is so essential for a healthy digestive system, healthy gut flora, and just to make you feel great. So I'm going to take my whole strawberry here, and I'm just going to cut it in half, and I'm going to cut with the top as so, and then I'm going to cut it again, and then into fours. That's how, I'm just going to make it smaller so it'll be easier to eat. I kind of go slop, shop, chop. I kind of go fast. It's this, it's that. I'm not doing it perfect. Boom, look at this. That one was a 6 cut, the other was a 4, but I really, really love eating the leaves on top of my strawberries. So you definitely have to try to get your berries when they're in season, because they're going to have the most optimal nutrition and they're going to be so much more flavorful. Like, did you ever get berries off season and they just kind of taste like bland water globs? That's always a bummer. And you really enjoy the flavor of each berry, the blueberry, the strawberry, the blackberry. That essence is so powerful. And when you get a bummer berry, you're just like, hey, let's stick to something that's in season. So it's kind of like I do a fruit tour every year. And each season provides exactly what I'm going to be able to benefit the most from that I choose. So most of the summer I'm rocking, I'm rolling it. It's what for me here, we've got our melons, then we've got grapes, and then we've got our berries. Bam. Then when we move into the fall, kind of tipping near the winter, you hit a little November early, we're rocking through with our apples and oranges. I eat oranges mono-meal all winter. I'll just eat oranges all day, and then I'll eat my salad at night. So for my apple, I'm just going to cut it here from the core. Bam. Now always be so mindful and in the moment when you're doing all of these preparations, because it's easy to be able to slip and fall sometimes, and cut ourselves. So now I'm just going to cut this up into easier chewable cubes as so. So I'm just going to come through, bam, bam, bam. I get a little rhythm in the cutting. It's kind of like a hand knife dance. And I really enjoy everything coming into sync, because no matter what you're doing in life, whether it's riding a bicycle or it's writing a novel or it's cutting fruit or it's preparing your bed, it's all about a fluid motion and a flow. So when we're flowing and we're going and it's really positive and momentum's with you, and then you do something that stops it, that's going to give a little bit more resistance. And you don't want resistance, because that's going to inhibit and not enable you to just perpetually achieve your goals. Whatever that is. Right now my goal is to talk about basil. So basil, I love fresh basil. I could eat a salad, this might sound weird, that is just basil, and then maybe I top it with some sprouts and tomato. Boom, boom, boom. That is so enjoyable. I just love picking fresh basil and eating it. Basil is very, very potent medicine. Of course, we know we can use it in other forms like our teas or tinctures, but to eat the actual plant matter, we have vitamin K, we have iron, we have vitamin A, calcium, magnesium, and we also have omega-3 fatty acids. And I find it to be very soothing too, very grounding. So I'm going to take my leaves here, my leaf, and I'm going to just, as you can see, snip it off with my, my hand. And I'm going to pile it up here, kind of like a little tower. This is how I do most of my herb cutting, is I try to layer it as best as I can in a single pile. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Now, when I get little leaves like this, I'll just break it in my hand and throw it right into my recipe anyway, because I'm not really going to get into the technicality, you know what I meant, technicalities of that. I'm just going to keep on trucking like the Doodah Man. He was a good guy. So just breaking that up. Like I've said in my previous videos, my deal is chop, slop, slop, slop. That means I'm just doing it. I'm not going to be perfect. I'm not going to be a professional chef in every approach. I'm just going to be organic, and I'm just going to feel it, and I'm going to go with it, and I'm going to enjoy it, and it's going to be raw and organic. Bam! That's what I'm loving. All right, so I have my pile here of my basil leaves, as so. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to roll them together, okay? Then I'm going to cut down the center, as so. So I kind of have a little split. And then I'm just going to cut it into small little pieces. That's all. Now, once I make the incision in herb, you'll notice that it will start to brown and wither. That's because oxygen has been exposed to the surface level. And that's okay, that's normal. What I'd suggest though is when you're using fresh herbs and you are cutting them and not keeping them in their whole form, like let's say a rosemary piece you could keep as a whole form in a recipe, again, if you cut it down, you should use probably within a day or so. So if you want to store it, I always suggest a glass, proper glass, not any glass that can leach chemicals, because there are cheap glasses out there that have lead in them. So be very conscious of the glass that you use. Pyrex, for example, is a tried and true container unit to utilize. So about a day, all right? So I'm looking at it, I'm always going by eye, and I have that one apple, and I thought I might need two, but actually the one apple is going to be perfect. I'm going to have this for my lunch, and then tonight I will get into my grounding salad. I'll make a video on that soon so that you can see what I do for my evening salads, my end of the day when fluid motion comes to a halt. All right, so I'm going to use one lemon. I think that's going to do it. So I'm just going to get it on in there, nice, nice, nice. I'm liking how everything's coming together. I'm feeling the power. And if I could put a word to it, it would be, oh, what's that word? Love. I'm feeling the love right here. So now I'm just going to toss and turn, boom, 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 boom. And as you can see, I'm not even using a utensil. I'm just going to shake. I'm going to shake and waken this all up here. Nice. That looks beautiful. That is inviting. So that is my, I'm sure it's not even mine, because we have so many beautiful children in the universe. Somebody's done this before. It's just that these were the ingredients I have, so that's why I made this today. So I hope you enjoy this salad and have a beautiful, wonderful day. Remember to subscribe to my channel, share, and like, and check me out on my other social media platforms. I'm here to help you in any way I can for vegan, raw vegan consciousness. And then that expands into so many other realms of our true existence. But let's start with the fruit and the vegetables. Thank you so much for joining me today. Blessings and gratitude. Bye.